Hey everybody, how are you doing, Aaron?
Great. How are you?
I'm fine. Can't complain. What are you doing?
Stretching.
Oh,
Did some stretching. Done. A little light stretching for the show. We're gonna be doing a lot of reaching.
Good. You're doing reaching.
We don't want to. There's some technical reaching to do.
Oh yeah, you got to be careful of Thunderstick there. His chrome legs aren't very sturdy.
Oh yeah.
The one next to the.
Yeah. I almost know. The reason I pointed here is because the microphone cable.
That's the sturdiest thing on the table.
It's,
actually,
I set a snare.
Yeah.
To trap him.
Hey everybody, welcome to the RetroBlasting Saturday live stream. You know me, Michael. I am the host of RetroBlasting, and with me is the co-host of the Dreamland podcast, one of the two hosts of the Dreamland RetroBlasting podcast.
I'm Aaron.
We've got a special live stream today. I wanted to let you guys know that we're doing things exactly the same, except for a little diversion after the show is over. So I don't know if you guys watch Analog Toys, but if you don't, you should. Analog Toys is a great toy channel. I consider them the companion channel to RetroBlasting. Tony runs that channel out of Perth, Australia. And that's on the west coast of Australia. But if you've heard anything about what's going on in Australia right now, the entire country is on fire. Like the entire nation is suffering a nationwide bushfire. And it's gotten really, really bad. And the last thing that we heard, because I have a number of friends now that I know in person from Australia, because I went there back in May with the whole sail barge thing. I've been talking to them as well. And basically, the nation has lost to fire the equivalent of half of England at this point, and it's not letting up. And so I talked to Tony this morning, and he said, he had just done a video saying, "Hey, can you help us get the word out?" And I said, "Absolutely, I will." Because people are dying. It's not just property loss, and it's not just the tragedy of wildlife loss, which is horrible. It's also people are dying, and they need funding. They need help. And so what we're going to do is after this live stream is over, any of the super chat donations that were sent to us will 100% go toward the Australian emergency services that are trying to fight these fires. There are links in the description of this live stream to the various services that need monetary help right now. I got these directly from Tony at Analog Toys. And so if you want to make further donations or private donations of your own to those services, the links are right there. But if you do a super chat today, which would be awesome, that super chat 100% will go to fighting the wildfires in Australia. That's why we have our koalas up here today. So just putting that out there. I'll do some reminders throughout the live stream. The live stream is officially today going to be talking about BraveStar and some new acquisitions. And of course, we're doing the donation unboxings. And also it's a free Q&A. So Aaron and I will be keeping up with the questions that are coming through. But
doing my best.
Yeah. But
Matter of fact, I just wanted to say thank you to Matt Movie 611. He said he just wanted to stop by and say love RetroBlasting. He says we're great.
Oh, thank you.
And thank you for supporting a great cause today. So,
that's awesome. Thank you for the super chat. That's going to go directly toward the Australian wildfires. I'm going to actually take a picture of the total amount that we get, once I write that off and send it directly to them.
Kind of a transparency screenshot.
Yeah, transparency screenshot. That'll go out on Facebook and Twitter, once that's all tallied up. Because it takes YouTube about a day, 24 hours to tell us what the super chat total was. So there will be a delay of about 24 to 48 hours after the live stream before you see that.
Math is hard.
Math is
Google
hard.
Google is throwing millions of dollars at computers at that.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Maybe we can get that down to 36 hours.
Right. Oh, wow. Echo Base Network. Thank you for the super chat. Great videos on Star Wars and your thoughts. We are about to release our first production documentary on the sequel trilogy. Also having Seth Hastings on the live stream tonight. Well, dude, Seth Hastings is a great guy. We've all met him.
Yeah.
Great dude, and hope that goes well. I'll definitely check in. If I don't catch it on the live stream, I'll make sure to catch it on the re-upload, I guess, the auto-upload. Oh, Jody, thank you so much for the super chat, man. No comment from Jody, but he donated 25 euros for the Australia effort. Thank you so much, man. Rob K, save Australia. Love RetroBlasting. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate that. So, I don't know how much you know, Aaron, about Brave Star. Do you remember Brave Star?
That's one of those shows that I didn't watch as a kid, but I did watch some of it and prepare for it for one of the live streams, but panels that we did at Dragon Con.
Right.
So I have a lot of questions for you about it because it has a very different aesthetic look and feel than I was used to from cartoons at that time.
Okay.
And I was never one for Westerns as a kid.
Nice.
Right? So it didn't appeal to me and drag me over to look at it.
Right.
So this is going to be fun,
Yeah.
I think, going through.
Wow, we're getting more super chats.
Scott, wow.
Yeah, Scott, thank you so much, man. He just donated $50. And again, all these super chats in this live stream are going towards the effort to help the bushfires in Australia. 100% of the super chats are. Is there a property you like more in theory than in actuality? I love Jerry and Sylvia Anderson and call myself a Space 1999 fan, but whenever I sit down to watch it, it feels like a chore. Love the content lately and good work doing this today. Thank you, Scott. Things I love in theory, but not in practice. I'm looking around the room here. I know I've got to have
There's a
one.
lot of practice around here.
Yeah.
Practice.
Yeah, good
Witten
point.
says Filmation Ghostbusters.
Yeah, Filmation Ghostbusters is probably up there as one that I like in theory, but not in practice. I love the design of the toys, the colorful nature of them. I love the idea behind the show being a sequel to the live action show. But then when I watch the show, it's a real letdown. The toys are actually still pretty cool, but they're very hard to find. So that might be my answer. You have an equivalent?
I'm of course going to dip a little bit out of the wheelhouse and say,
that's fine.
And this one's going to be controversial, especially to Witten over there. Stargate, the television show, is one that I loved a lot when the first time I saw it. But every attempt I've made to go back and revisit it, it's been very, very hard for me to get through the first couple of seasons. Unlike things like Next Generation and stuff like that, that I get it, they've aged, but I still really enjoy those.
Right.
We've got a ton of stuff going on.
Oh my gosh.
Michael. This is
Jason Anderson just donated $20. What's he saying?
He says, buying 2 tickets to Rise of Skywalker? Yeah. Nah. Helping RetroBlasting help Straya? Nah. Yeah.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Jason is actually one of our most participatory patrons as well. He's a cool guy. Let's see. Whoa.
Ippolito
Mike
jumping in there.
Ippolito.
Hey, Mike. Good
Dude,
to see you, man.
Thank you so much for the super chat. Mike just donated $50 to the Australia effort. He said, just because RetroBlasting is awesome. And Mike, as you may or may not know, he's the guy who helped us make sure that the sail barge got safely onto the plane in Atlanta before I left for Melbourne. So he is a huge friend of the channel, and he's the co-host of Pop X Cast. So if you haven't checked out Pop X Cast, go check them out. They've been around for years. They're a great show about pop culture and the love of nostalgia. Check them out. Whoa, Wilson. Holy cow. No comment.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with PHP.
Yeah, but $100.
I mean, I'm aware of the programming language PHP, but I wouldn't use it to pay for things.
Right. This is awesome, guys. This is really cool. For those of you who are just joining, 100% of the super chat money today is going to help the Australians fight the wildfires in their country, which right now it's a crisis. Their whole country's on fire. Tony at Analog Toys did a video this morning asking for help, and we are very good friends with Tony at Analog Toys, and I'm also good friends with a number of Australians in Melbourne where a lot of these fires are at their worst. We want to do something to help. So if you haven't checked out Analog Toys, please do so. He's a great guy, and he's looking for nationwide help for this. So, but anyway, yeah. So Brave Star, Filmation's last. Oh, we have more super chats.
Oh yeah,
okay.
I'm kind of holding it the last one you mentioned. I don't know if it may be awesomely very difficult to keep up with everybody's super chats. We're going to try to make sure and call them all out.
Right.
But anyway, I just wanted to kind of say we'll figure out how to do that as we go along.
Juan says, love this channel. I live and collect in an area of Washington that threatens to burn every year. Australia needs this. Thanks for the effort. Absolutely. Thank you for the super chat. Wow. Stillwind 87, 24.99. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. Thank you so much. I saw a comment earlier. Somebody said that they liked Galaxy Rangers better than Bravestar. You are correct, sir. From where I'm standing, Galaxy Rangers was the more sophisticated show. Bravestar seems to be the one, because toys actually got out, though. Bravestar is one that, in retrospect, is more accessible to collectors, because the Galaxy Ranger stuff was only sold, I believe, in Europe and South America. Bravestar, of course, was done by Mattel, and Mattel came out with these larger figures, as you can see right here in front of Aaron. They are big. They're like 6 inches or more. They're probably more like 8 to 10 inches.
Yeah, I mean, some of them may be 6, but these things are big. And I got to say that, from my perspective, that's one of the most appealing things about these guys is they cut a totally different profile than everything else that I was used to seeing. And the level of detail they were able to do because of the extra size was impressive.
Yes. So these guys all had different action gimmicks. You know, Bravestar had like the quick draw lever on his back, as did Tex Hex. Now, some of them, like the silvery guy standing next to Tex Hex, he's Thunderstick.
You were saying he's really fragile.
He's not fragile. He's unstable. Like he can't stand up real well, and his hat doesn't stay on. It's just it's a cool looking figure, but he looks pretty dangerous. He's got a cape. He's like a Terminator with a cape. But excuse me, as I belch on live stream.
Do what you got to do, man.
He's got this sort of like flip out Swiss Army knife arm. And then the other two, the green guy that's next to Bravestar is Handlebar. He's the bartender. He literally throws trays, like serving trays. And I can't even...
Those could be pretty dangerous.
Yeah, right? I can never remember the name of the dude in the middle, the big red lizard. I just acquired him for the collection. I'll have to look him up after this. We got lost for time.
I'm sure someone will be screaming.
Oh, go back down. We gotta catch these two. Yes.
Well, there's one question in there.
Okay.
People are saying, so YouTube gets a percentage?
Yeah, Melinda actually I was going to bring that up at a pause.
Yeah, so YouTube takes a percentage. Leave it right here for a second.
Yeah.
YouTube takes a percentage of the super chats. However, we are also, as RetroBlasting, going to be donating money to the Australian relief effort as well, which will compensate for that loss. So when you guys do your super chats, RetroBlasting is going to be kicking in to make sure that that's, whole.
And there was a question, is there somewhere they can go where you can get more of the money?
Yeah, well, the links in the description of the live stream show where you can donate directly to the different emergency services in Australia. Tony outlined those for me, and he has those in his video, and I copied them right over into this live stream. So if you look in the video description below the window here, you will see the links to all of those services. And I would recommend, if you want to, donate directly to those services because they'll get it right away. We have to wait about 48 hours to tally up what the total is of that because YouTube's analytics, they're delayed. Jody, thank you so much for the super chat of 25 euros. Thank you. Zarnista Studios, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. He says, I wish it was more. We all do. We're all doing our part here. All right. Christopher Perez, thank you for the $2 super chat for Australia. Prayers for Tony and his family. Yeah, they're saying they're having cyclones of fire at this point, and they also said that the intensity of the fires are so bad that the smoke clouds from the fires are becoming their own clouds, causing lightning storms to start new fires in areas where there aren't fires. So it's become its own system of destruction, which is kind of scary, actually.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Bunyan Snipe. That's almost like a Bravestar name.
Yeah. Bunyan Snipe.
That would have been a great wave too. New for Bravestar's 1988 line, Bunyan Snipe.
I don't know if I'd name someone Bunyan though. I mean, I know there's Paul Bunyan. I get it.
I think it's a great name.
He says carium is greater than unobtainium.
Yeah, I would agree. Carium is greater than unobtainium because it's not so on the nose. Harbinger 1861, $10 super chat. Thanks for all the great videos. Thank you for the donation for Australia. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Charlie Phillips, $9.99. Thank you for, it says, for the koalas and all our Aussie friends. Dang right. I mean, dang right. I love wildlife, and I can't stand to see this happen. Bunyan Snipe, £2 super chat. Galaxy Rangers was better on both fronts. You are correct, sir. It was better on both fronts. It was.
Jody says that they wished that they had made a toy or model of the Galaxy Ranger spaceship.
Yeah, that would have been cool, but they barely even got action figures out. I mean, and the action figures were only sold in Europe and South America. I mean, finding them is next to impossible.
Who was making those?
Who was making those?
I'm gonna put you on the spot a lot for this.
I'm trying to.
I've been trying to bone up on all the different manufacturers.
I want to say, don't burn me on this if I'm wrong, but I wanted to say it was Galoob.
Really?
But it might not be. It might be somebody else. And I haven't done enough research because they are so hard to get.
Yeah, I mean, what do you have for a sample on that?
Right, exactly. Oh wow, the super chats are coming in fast and furious.
Yep.
Oh gosh, are we losing our feed?
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
I see that. And you guys can tell us. I know that we see little dropouts here and there on our side. Just let us know if we drop.
Right.
I mean, we understand the nature of network technology, so
yeah. Bill Tilley, $50. Happy to help the cause. Any chance you'd look at the off-brand toys like Star Force or the catalog playsets like Star Fortress? They were fun to get and now fun to hunt for. RetroBlasting rules. Yeah, dude, I would love to get a lot of the generics. Because I did a video about the Arco MCB-1, which was a little automated vehicle that was made for any action figure line of a certain scale. So Star Wars, G.I. Joe, all the 3 3/4 inch guys, Buck Rogers. I love toys like that. So I would love to one day do something about the off-brand
the things that were filling in the cracks.
Yes.
Filling those gaps in the toy sets, the things we didn't have.
Yeah. Like you'd go to a pharmacy and they'd have the big bins of blow molded plastic toys or whatever. Like they were sturdy, but they weren't very sophisticated.
Right.
But they had opening cockpits where you could fit guys in there and you'd walk away with a $3 jet fighter. It didn't look as cool as the Sky Striker, but it was like a new functional toy, It was, I'd love to get into
You could kind of fleet build with stuff like that.
Yes,
for sure.
You absolutely could. My gosh, we're just hello stream for long time viewer, first time chatter. Hey, Mike Dodd, used to have these Brave Star figures as a kid. So happy to have Native American representation when I was a kid because I'd never seen it before. Yeah, Brave Star was the first Native American hero in a major cartoon, which is the headliner, which is really awesome. You had Spirit in G.I. Joe and you had Airborne, but they were not the headliners. G.I. Joe was more of a group show, whereas Brave Star was the name of the character, and that was the Native American guy. So that was really neat. Jason the 13th, $15 super chat. Really digging the Brave Star on 3030. Hope my $15 worth of Curium helps till all are one, end of line. Thank you for the donation, man. All the donations right now for Super Chat for the whole live stream, for those of you just joining, are going toward the relief effort in Australia. So we're gonna 100% put all those
just to make sure, because there's a lot of discussion going on about this.
Uh-huh.
For everyone to know, YouTube, we've mentioned this before, YouTube does take some of the money before we even see it.
Right.
So it's 35 to 45% of the money actually goes to YouTube or to Google.
Right.
And then we get the rest. What we're saying is that whatever would have normally profited RetroBlasting is going to be going to this effort. If this is something that makes you uncomfortable, Michael's posted the links directly to donate to that. And I know that Timothy Ward and Melinda, who is logged in, are answering questions and helping people find ways to do that. So just think, if you guys are concerned about that, there are other ways to do it. All we're saying is what we would have normally pocketed is going to go that way.
Right, exactly.
Exactly. Say Jason Tran donated another way, but I just want to make sure he got a call.
Oh, yeah. Jason, thank you so much. Jason Tran donated through one of the links in the description. Thank you so much for doing that. If you do donate through one of those links, shout it out in the chat, and we will try and catch it and make sure that you're recognized. Bunyan Snipe, £2. He's Sandstorm. That's right. I always think his name is something more complicated, and that's why I always forget it.
I gotta say that name sounds cooler.
It does.
He does seem less like a sandstorm.
Oh gosh. Armchair Warlord. I love that name. That's awesome. Love your channel. You give a $5 super chat. Would you like to guest on our podcast, The Common Mancast, sometime? I tweeted you earlier. Not sure if you saw it. Hale, I didn't see your tweet earlier, but I'll go check for it. I apologize that I didn't see it. I'm open to being on podcasts and stuff. So yeah, absolutely. I'll get with you after the live stream through the internet. Thank you again for your donation.
Timothy Ward just posted the RetroBlasting PayPal in there.
If you want to donate, right. We'll make sure that if you donate to the RetroBlasting PayPal and not one of the links below, that you say in the donation that this is for Australia, because we want to make sure that every single dollar that is donated, barring what Google takes, gets to the people in Australia, the emergency services. This is not for me, okay? It's not for RetroBlasting. It's not for us today. This is all for Australia. The Mighty Flip, 20-pound donation. We need to rally and save the koala.
Drop death bears.
Drop death bears. Is that
the drop bears? They just fall out of the tree and get you. Drop bears are a thing.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. I love wildlife, especially the koalas and the koakas and the kangaroos. And I want to see. I know the koakas are safe because they're on their own island, but I want to see all these animals safe. And right now, what's happening is just a tragedy. Is that the Palatoy Death Star behind you? Yes, that is the Palatoy Death Star. It was donated by a RetroBlasting supporter named William Kilford in the UK. Amazing donation. I'm actually restoring his childhood Meccano R2-D2 right now, and the dome head for it is still curing in the case behind me.
We must be getting close to the end of that cure.
Yeah, it's coming up soon.
It's looking amazing.
Yeah, it looks great.
I'm really, really happy with that.
Yeah, it's looking good. Okay.
Someone here was asking, if someone were to make, hang on, let me find it. Here we go. 1980s and Star Wars guy says, if someone makes a figure of you, weird, right? But if someone does it, would you want Smith Lord to make it or Hasbro?
Oh, Smith. Well,
like it's almost like you'd want Hasbro to have made it,
right?
If it was Hasbro the way we love it, but Smith Lord is kind of doing more of that now than Hasbro,
right? If I'm going back into my past to answer that question, I would almost want vintage G.I. Joe ARA Real American Hero Hasbro to do it with the O-ring construction.
And with that year's tech.
Yes, with that year's tech. That would be my ideal construction for a figure of me, because I love the mobility. I could drive the Mobat, but I could also drive the APC.
Yeah.
I could also fly an X-Wing if I wanted to. That would be my answer. Let's see.
I've just got this out. Okay. Keep an eye on the IMs.
Mike Dodd sent $5.49 Canadian, sending support from This Week in GeekNet in Canada. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. Love the Filmation Ghostbusters logo you've got there.
This Week in Geek.
Yeah. Let's see. Swimfast, $24.99 super chat. Love Tony at Analog Toys. Love RetroBlasting. Remember Spring, my brother with Dragon Blaster. Yeah, these are two recent. I shouldn't do that because some people might think I'm doing something.
Nah,
these
keep going.
These are two recent acquisitions to the collection. We got that great collection that we showcased on the last live stream, and the accessories for Dragon Blaster Skeletor and Flying Fists He-Man were in there, but the figures were not. The figure for Dragon Blaster Skeletor was in Doug's donation from several years ago with no accessories. Mm-hmm. And the Flying Fist He-Man base figure I got off eBay, and now they're reunited with their stuff.
Together again.
How
hard is it? This lock looks like it would be the very first thing that
lock is one of the things he had. The chain is what he didn't have. The chain with the manacle is what he didn't have. The lock he had.
Which thing just looks so fragile to me.
Yeah, it does. It really is.
But it's bright. It looks good.
Yeah. Stillwind87, $9.99 super chat. Could we get a revival line for Galaxy Rangers? And how about Super 7 doing both versions of BSG, Battlestar Galactica? Finally, prayers for the folks down under. Yeah, it would be great to get a revival line for Galaxy Rangers. I think Aaron's going to be sick of me saying this. I want a revival line for Silverhawks. And,
Why would I be sick of that?
Because I've said it like every live stream. And, Super 7 doing both versions of Battlestar would be awesome. Yes, sir.
Rob donated directly to the link. Just wanted to make sure
Rob, thank you for donating directly to one of the links in the description. Again, let's say this again. if you don't want some of your super chat money going to Google and you want a full donation to go directly to the Australian Emergency Services, the links in the description I got from Tony will tell you which service you can select to go there to help donate money to fight the wildfires. So go there and look at those links in the description if that's what you'd like to do. Again, 100% of our super chats today are going toward fighting the fires.
100% of what we would have earned from your super chats today.
100% of what we get from the super chats, but Google takes its pound of flesh. So if you want to avoid that, then use the links.
Hey, Keith. He just said hello.
Oh, hi. Oh my gosh. Alan Rousset, $5 Canadian super chat. Wasn't Black Star Native American? I always figured he was. Yes, he is Native American. Bunyan Snipe, £5. I would like the new MCU Wolverine to be Native American. Interesting. Wasn't he Canadian? Wasn't Wolverine Canadian? Yes. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, that
I was trying to remember.
That's within the realm of possibility. Salacious Rum, that's a good name. £4.99. Bravo, RetroBlasting. Michael, you are a legend. Wow, thank you. I'm humbled. My love to our Aussie brothers from the UK. Yeah, we're all trying to help out here. This is what we're doing. Let's see. Thank you for the Star Wars videos. So on point. Thank you for the support on those. That was something that I was real passionate about, and I'm glad that I did those videos. Thank you.
It really does show.
I was really worried about how those were going to get received, but the overwhelming support has been great.
Michael, it goes a long way that everything you said was very well thought out and considered and well put together. So bravo.
Thanks.
On that. I'm not just saying that because I'm sitting next to him. I really did finish watching those and think these were very excellently thought out. I wish I could have said some of these things the way that you said them. So just like a personal thank you.
Right. Oh, well, thank you.
As well.
Thank you. How are we looking over here?
Looking great.
Wow. Let's see.
Timothy Ward is keeping the RetroBlasting PayPal going. Again, that's just going to get redirected over anything that comes in today for that.
Yeah, that's another way. That's another way to donate is through the RetroBlasting PayPal. Just make sure that your subject heading for the money send says Australia, and we will collect all that up and make sure that it goes to Australia. For Australia from France, from TLA Lock 92, €10. Let's send the rescuers back. Bernard and Bianca are waiting. On a side note, I totally support and agree about your recent statement on Star Wars. Thank you so much, and thank you for the super chat because we're doing something special here today for sure. Oh my gosh, Scott sends more super chats. $10 from Scott. Hasbro's like the New York City of my youth. Yeah, it still technically exists, but most of what made it what it was is gone. You're not wrong.
That's an interesting way to put it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of romance about New York City.
Right.
I haven't been there to see the modern stuff.
I haven't either.
It's one of those weird holes in my travels. I've seen it from an airplane, like, hello, New York City.
Right.
It didn't say hi back, so I never went there.
Oh, man. There's so much going on in the chat today. Michael, let's see. Are you fans of any British World War II movies? My favorites are The Dam Busters and Ice Cold in Alex. Yeah.
You asked the right question.
As cheesy as it's going to sound, I really love Mosquito Squadron with Dave McCallum. I just think that's a great movie. It's a fun movie. But as far as British World War II films, of import, I'm a massive fan of the Battle of Britain movie, of course, with Michael Caine and Christopher Plummer. I think that movie's great. And Robert Shaw, the great Robert Shaw. I also have really loved a lot of the modern ones that have been coming out from British directors and British filmmakers. Darkest Hour is one of my favorites now with Gary Oldman. Really like Dunkirk. I thought that was a good one.
All you had to say was Gary Oldman.
Yeah. I mean, I've watched that movie 5 times.
Guy's a chameleon. It's
yeah, he's great. As far as old movies go, there are a number of them. I love The Dam Busters. That was a great film. I have it on DVD. The other one that I liked was one with Alec Guinness, and I can't remember the name of it. It's set in Malta. It's called the Malta something, but it's about the siege of Malta. I really like that one a lot too. I know I'm forgetting some. Oh, one of my favorites is the miniseries Piece of Cake. If you haven't watched I can't remember if it was Channel 4 or ITV, but it was their miniseries from the 80s, Piece of Cake, about the RAF pilots in the Battle of France and Britain. That's a great one. I love that one.
So Jacob C., thank you for your donation directly to the Australian Red Cross. Has a question. What is our favorite firefighting or fire-related action figure?
My favorite firefighting related action figure. Well, Barbecue from G.I. Joe is the go-to. Even though his name is Barbecue, he's a firefighter, which is funny. So I really liked him because he's got the axe and he's got the foam tank on his back with the sprayer. I'm trying to think of other firefighter-specific characters.
We were just talking about some of the generic, like Lego and other type stuff that focused on safety services.
I mean, there's Inferno from Transformers, who was a fire truck, and he obviously, by default, would have been a firefighting character. Yeah, I guess I would go with Barbecue, although there were some generic constructs and adventure people that were firefighters that are really neat. You know, they're just firefighters. That's what they are. That would be my answer.
Thank you, Alan Russett, for your $5.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Alan. So if Black Star was Native American, then Brave Star wasn't the first. Hate to quibble over details. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting Brave Star and Black Star confused. I don't know if Black Star was ever confirmed Native American. I know that he was intended to not be Caucasian, but I don't know what they intended him to be. I do know that Brave Star, based on his whole mythology, was definitely Native American. As far as Black Star is concerned, I need to go back and research that because some of the research indicated to me that he was supposed to be either like South American or Central American or even Polynesian. But I need to confirm that. So let's hold off on that. I got Black Star and Brave Star confused when you asked the question. Sorry.
Mike Dodd asks, ever seen a Canadian war movie called Passendale?
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it.
I haven't even heard of it.
Yeah.
Until now.
I want to see it now. Saw your latest video. Willie Woodward, $2. Saw your latest videos. You guys are my heroes. Thanks so much, and thanks for the donation to the Australia effort. Let's see what we have here. Any questions?
I'm kind of trying to see questions and make sure we don't miss super chats. Gallipoli with Mel Gibson is a great, sad World War I film.
Yes. Who said that? Blaylock92 is sending another mystery box. Thanks. I appreciate it. Yes, Bunyan Snipe, £2. Thank you so much. Piece of Cake was ITV. Yeah, I thought it was. I knew it wasn't BBC, but I just couldn't remember. Thunder Robots. I donated $5 to Gippsland Emergency Relief Fund. The Brave Star animation was great, but the stories are hit and miss, more miss than hit. Yeah, absolutely right. They really are hit and miss. They had a good idea, but they didn't quite execute on it. Thank you for the super chat.
I may be mispronouncing this, but your play says mucho respect for the Star Wars movie video. It takes a lot of ball bearings to say your point. Use against both camps.
Yeah, I appreciate the support on those Star Wars videos.
Takes a lot of ball bearings for it to go smoothly.
You're on top of things
I'll
today.
See
You're clever.
Out.
You're clever.
I know.
Yeah, no, that was just me saying it's not so simple as to say you either love it or you hate it. It's not so simple to say if you love it, you're definitely in this camp, and if you hate it, you're these horrible people over here, and you must be this way.
Or that if you love it, you always have to love it.
Right, and if you love it, you always have to love it. You don't have to be a Star Wars fan and love everything Star Wars.
Jin Stampede asks, doesn't Cops have a firefighter character?
Cops?
C-O-P-S.
Yeah, C-O-P-S. Yeah, I have the main characters from Cops. I think you're right. I think there is a firefighter character in Cops. The reason I didn't think of it, and I think I've said this on live streams before, but I can't remember. I'm not a huge fan of the Cops action figures, so I'm planning to do a video, and I've got them, but I don't even have them on display. And after I get done with them, I'm probably going to sell them because I just think they're ugly. I just think Cops figures are ugly. Yeah, so... see, €5 from TLA Lock 92. Planning to... Oh, is that what we just read?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm going to keep rolling up a little bit.
Keep rolling.
Stop me.
The Border Geek, $10 Canadian. My daughter's name is Adelaide, so I figured it's extra fitting to donate. Donating separately on Tony's behalf, too. Dude, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. We're just trying to make a difference in our own small way here as the toy community and help out Tony especially because it's his home and it's in crisis. What was it that Obi-Wan said to Boss Nass in Phantom Menace? He said, I'll paraphrase, but he's like, you form a symbiote circle. What happens to one of you will affect the other. You must understand this. And so my whole point, thank you. My whole point with that is just because we're in the United States and they're in Australia and they're on fire and we're not, it doesn't mean that it's not impacting us in a way and could happen to us one day. I was actually driving through here. We've had 3 days of rain in Atlanta. And all I was thinking was, you know, Atlanta's not exactly the most river and stream kind of state, or Georgia, and if it got really droughty and dry here and we had a few bad lightning crashes or something, we could, like, the whole southern part of the state could be on fire, you know.
Parts of it are always on fire, but
right,
the swamps and everything. I see your point.
Yeah,
definitely. The Border Geek, thank you. $10. He says his daughter's name is Adelaide, so figured it extra fitting to donate. That's a great name too,
yeah,
by the
it
way.
is.
It's very pretty.
Yeah. Let's see. I think we have a, is it a 50? The Salacious Rum sent us a £1.99 super chat. Only the Sith deal in absolutes. George Lucas.
Just quoting George. Just quoting old George.
For everything. I used to, I don't remember who I was hanging out with back then. I guess it was friends of mine in grad school or something. But I used to sit there and make fun of the movie Attack of the Clones. Sorry, Tim. But I used to always do the impression of Obi-Wan where he's on the holo chat to Yoda and the council after he's on Camino and he's like in the rain, you know,
and he's all like,
and he's always like, they're using a bounty hunter named Jango Fett to create a clone army.
Wonder how many takes that.
I know, right?
Thank you, Cotton Candy Hair. Jeremy just saw this link from Echo Base. Thank you, Echo Base Network. Just subbed as well.
Oh, thank you.
Great stream and cause. Here's a bit on behalf of the good side of the fandom menace.
Thank you, Cotton Candy. Appreciate that, man. Like I said, anybody who's just joined the live stream, if you want to donate directly to the Australian services and agencies, the links are in the description below. If you don't want Google to take their pound of flesh from the super chat, but you don't want to donate directly to the links below, the PayPal for RetroBlasting will also be taking donations, and if you put in the subject of the PayPal donation Australia, then we will make sure that money gets put into the total for the donation.
For Australia.
Right, for Australia or Australia.
I believe that will be the string will be control effing.
Right. But there are many ways to donate. If you still want to donate through Super Chat, that's perfectly fine too. Whatever Google doesn't take, which we'll learn in about a day after this is over, will go, that 100% of what Google doesn't take will go to the Australia effort.
I like how you're finding really complicated ways to
look, this stuff, you know, it's like that video I did. I had to be like, look, guys, let's get specific here, okay?
Get a chalkboard.
Yeah. We're in 1985A, not the Divergent timeline, Marty. Like,
Bunyan Snipe says, was the cop's character called Moonlighter? I don't know.
Good question. You'd know before I do.
It's a fitting name. It's alliterative.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to keep rolling because I see more stuff happening. Wait a minute,
I got it. Sorry, I got to see this.
Yeah.
We need more of that Ewan McGregor voice.
It is really great. It's funny when he orders things at drive-thrus that way. I'd like a milkshake, please.
I want a cheeseburger. And a Pepsi or a Coke.
It's raining and you're just out there. Please, sir, stay in your car. Epic Badger. Sorry, it's a great name. Alec Guinness, Bridge over River Kwai. Do collectors ever share toys to temporarily exhibit in collections like friends did in our youth, or like actual museums that like traveling?
I have heard that some collectors for museum exhibits and stuff that were temporary have like loaned their Star Wars collections to a sci-fi month at their local science museum. When I was in high school for the 20th anniversary of Star Wars, I brought in my vintage collection at the time, which was mostly my childhood stuff, and put it on display in their library, the library display case and the front office display case. That was my senior year. I've got pictures somewhere, but they're physical photos. I need to get those scanned.
I just like the idea that some school or some library had this stuff on display. Like, hey, there's books over there.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Exactly.
Thank you, Plastic Galaxy Toy Store.
Oh, dude, Seth just gave a $20 super chat. Thank you so much, man. Thank you.
I know it's been years since I've seen you, Seth, but I haven't forgotten.
Right. Jody just gave 10 euros, donated 50 on the RetroBlasting Patreon as well. Dude, thank you so much. We will make sure that money goes where it needs to go. I just saw something. Oh, that was the bridge on the River Kwai one. Okay, good. I see.
He always, if the bridge on the River Kwai is written anywhere, Michael sees it immediately.
Yes, I do. I'm just making sure because it says there's. Oh, that one just lasts longer. I don't know exactly how the live stream tools on YouTube work, so I apologize. Now, I know we've talked a little bit about Bravestar in the live stream, but I wanted to point out that we got a donation from a guy locally who was cleaning out the crawl space in his dad's house, just because his dad was planning to move or something. And all of his toys came out of there. And Matt Swafford from Reclaimers Vintage Toys, who's a friend of mine, he's on Instagram, great guy. He and I went through these baskets and baskets of toys, and they were very heavily played with. Like there was a lot of duct tape holding things together, and they were the kind of kids that loved to physically take things apart with screwdrivers, and so a lot of things were missing. But out of the chaos.
So what am I looking at?
You're looking at a figure line called Guts.
I remember Guts.
Yeah, and it's all 8 figures from this particular pack because they came in like packs of 4 and 8.
That's awesome.
And he pulled them out and he was like, "Wait, are all 8?" And he's like, "Look, it's all 8." And I'm like, "Whoa!" So these are all 8 Guts from and they were the only Guts the guy had, but apparently he saved them all. So these are sitting here today as well. Yeah, A Bridge Too Far and A Bridge on the River Kwai are great movies. I own both of them on Blu-ray. They're both in my collection. It's just a lot of times when you're on a live stream and someone asks you what's your favorite British Royal Air Force and or World War II movie and you get put on the spot, you're kind of like, I
do that a lot when I'm put on the spot. I have to agree with How's Your Father here. He says he guarantees there's a Star Wars Babies coming soon.
Oh no!
Can't wait for that theme song.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Star Wars babies, we take
doing stuff like babies, living in a crib and space.
Your dreams will not come true.
It's a space crib.
No one asked for this, and we'll do the same to you.
Star Wars baby.
Babies.
That's it. Hit record, we're good.
Right,
we got
we're good.
that theme song ready.
Oh man. Let's see. What else we have here? The mess says no. Attack of the Clones is worse than Menace. I would say so. Tim would kill me for saying that. You weigh in. Go ahead.
I loved it the first time I saw it, and it's not been my favorite.
You mean Attack of the Clones?
Yeah, Attack of the Clones. Like, I went and saw it twice in the theaters. It was a lot of fun. But, you know, it's sort of like as other things have happened and other things have come out, I appreciate other parts of Star Wars more.
Right.
It is no longer as awesome to me as it once was, but there was that brief moment when it was like, wow, this movie is great.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Did you see that?
Oh, man. All right. Well, we're almost at the 15 minutes from the end mark of the live stream.
Wow, that flew by.
I know. Fast. Yeah. So what I thought I'd do, I'm going to clear the table and we're going to get the donation boxes out because we actually have... Right now, we have a donation box that was sent from Tony, coincidentally. So it's come all the way from Australia. So I'm going to clear the table here.
I'm going to...
It's fine. It's just his dumb hat. It's just
For example, his hat will not stay on.
You don't even put those up there. We'll just take them back.
All right, you got that. I'm slowing you down with
my
jokes.
You while we do this.
Drinking some coffee. Man, that's a fine cup. Thank you, Flo Moose. That's a private question.
What's the question?
Oh, would you tell me what your grandfathers did in World War II? He said his grandfather and uncle were in a Norwegian word. Hope question is okay. No, the question is completely fine. One of my grandfathers was in the Air Force, more like Korea and that time frame. My other one was kind of into physics and stuff like that, so it didn't quite serve in the same way. Michael, I know that your family had some participation as well. I don't know.
Yeah, just to answer the question, my grandfathers on my dad's side, my grandfather on my dad's side was a volunteer, let me back up. My great grandfather was called up for service for World War I, and he scored so high on his mechanical aptitude test that they held him back to train biplane pilots. So he didn't actually get to go.
I want that story, training biplane pilots. That's some of the most brave stuff.
And I still have his...
I thought that was your band name.
Biplane pilots?
I still have some of his gear. I have his flying cap, and I have the hub of one of the biplanes that he flew that got cracked up on a landing.
Yeah.
And I also have his service revolver, his World War I service revolver.
That's cool.
Yeah. My grandfather, his son, got called up for service in World War II. He scored so highly on his mechanical aptitude test that they held him back to train tank drivers at Fort Knox. And then they found out that he had snuck his way through basic because he was totally deaf, and he was reading lips the whole time, and he was flat-footed. So they medically discharged him after a few months, which he was always frustrated by that. So
yeah, that is frustrating. I at a young age discovered I was flat-footed, and that generation was always telling me like, hey, it is what it is.
Right, and also the fact that he said back then especially it was like, you don't have to have hearing to do tank work. As a matter of fact, it's better if you don't. You lose your hearing doing that, because the actual method for there was the spotter and the turret, and there was the driver, and you would tell the driver who could barely see to go left or right by hitting them on the shoulders,
just to tell them
right
which
shoulder,
direction
left
to go.
shoulder. There was no hearing required. All right.
Jason Anderson says his grandpa was 8th Armored Division tanker. Michael Schaefer says Marine on the first wave of Iwo Jima.
Wow. Dude, that's awesome.
There's a lot of stories to be told in this chat room.
Yeah.
Right now.
Wow. Gojatron, $10 super chat. Thank you. Have you guys seen the latest Super 7 reaction figures, Transformers, Ninja Turtles, RoboCop? And what do you think of them? All my best to our friends in Australia. I haven't seen them. I need to go look them up. I'd heard they might be doing them, but I haven't seen them, so I'll be interested to see what they look like. Super 7, I'm always hopeful. They are the company that could save toys. I've said it a million times. Their concepts are great. It's just their quality control execution hasn't always been consistent.
And Rictus Metallicus says grandfather worked with von Braun and eventually came to the U.S.
Wow.
Grew up in Huntsville, so I got to meet some of those Blue Boat scientists.
Wow. So Rictus, when you hear someone look at you and say, "Hear someone look at you," no, sorry. When you hear someone,
you were operating a knife.
When you hear someone say to you, "It's not rocket science," that means that you kind of have a special appreciation for that. All right. Let's see. Koala. He's decided he's had enough. There we go.
No.
All right. This is from Tony. This is from Analog Toys. Oh, wow. Scott, $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Vinkman, $10 super chat. Thank you so much. What did Scott say? He said, did we already read that one?
Scott says that his Austrian father-in-law told World War II stories all the time, and I loved them until it dawned on me what side he was fighting on. Thanksgiving was awkward for a while after that. That's an ongoing dilemma amongst families for sure. Let's see here. 1973, Soiree Seors says, my grandpa was a machinist on the Lancaster.
Really? That's awesome. Willie Woodward, thank you for the $2 donation. It says donate to Australia and hi to Melinda. She's cool. Yeah, Melinda's actually working on some other stuff this morning. She's here in the house, but she's working on her office. So she's got a deadline.
And folks, there are so many callbacks to what relatives did during the war. I'm sorry if I missed them. I can't read them all. I just want to say we see them, appreciate all of that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I accidentally opened a package from Jody first, which is
How did you manage
Jody.
that?
Jody is like a RetroBlasting super user at this point.
Yeah.
So he says, "Hey Michael, here's some random stuff I collected over the years, but which have no place in my own collections. Hope some of it can be of use to the archive. If not, feel free to sell." Jody, let's see what we have here.
RetroBlasting on YouTube says, "Ha! Package from Jody."
All right.
All right.
It's a bundle.
It's a packet.
What could this be?
I can't make any predictions. It looks like the Sunday Funnies at this point. No,
It's another bag.
it's a bag.
Okay.
That looks like a familiar bag.
Intertoys.
Intertoys. That's like a 90s engineering firm.
You know, somebody was just asking me about this today, so... Ooh, that's diecast. Check that out.
Yeah. I don't think this is what you meant when someone was just asking me about this, right?
So we have some Power of the Force 2 deluxe figures from the first wave. This is Han Solo with his attachment vest for this backpack contraption that he utilized. That's cool. I've never had this one before. And then we have Luke Skywalker with his desert sand skimmer. Now this Luke Skywalker was interesting to me when I was collecting in the 90s because he actually looked better than the one that was individually carded.
He's a little beefy.
He's beefy, but his coloring is better.
He's not short for a stormtrooper in that one.
No, you're right. He's not. Oh wow, that's a
diecast.
That is a diecast Dinky brand Klingon cruiser.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. It's very bright.
Yeah, and then these look like, holy cow. This is Corgi.
Uh-huh. And it almost looks like candy on the front, but I don't recognize the ship design.
Now, this is where I'm going to embarrass myself because while I don't place what the ship is actually from, as you all know, I am a Kylie Minogue fan. This actually looks like the spaceship in the beginning of Kylie Minogue's music video for Put You in My Place.
Really?
Put yourself in my place, yeah.
Well, is this an English toy?
Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be.
So it's very easy to imagine. She was like, hey, remember that toy from when,
yeah.
when I was a kid?
Blake 7.
Blake 7. That's it. Thank you.
This is fun to read. Turd Burglar, thank you for your $4.99 donation. Just got recommended by Echo Base Network to come check out your stream, so here I am.
Oh, thank you so much.
Love the collection behind you.
Thank you. Yeah, it actually goes, if there's a studio tour video that we did, the cases go on either side of us as well. So if you can visualize all three sides with cases full of toys, that's not a humble brag. All right, so let's see. We also have a Buck Rogers Starfighter from the original Gil Gerard TV show with wheels on it. It's got like a backup wheel system, and this looks like a removable missile. It says laser turret not removable. Okay.
Wow, it's just like...
Yeah, it just kind of pops out.
Just for the technicians.
Yeah,
that's
that's pretty neat. The Starfighter is one of the best designs ever.
It is very cool looking.
Thank you, Jody. Appreciate that. This is awesome. I will not be selling any of this stuff. I will be giving it a good home. As a matter of fact, somebody asked me the other day about these deluxe Star Wars figures.
I've been corrected. The green bits are the back.
Oh. Well, that's interesting.
Someone says you're holding it backwards.
Well, that's interesting because in the Kylie Minogue video, it flies the other way.
Well, I can understand aerodynamically why you think that, but this does look like the business end.
Yeah.
If I were to say, what's the business end of this ship? It's this one.
All right, now I think I've got this correct. This must be the one from Tony.
Oh, Michael's got his knife. Again.
It's just I've got it on the minimum setting.
You got it on stun?
I've got it on stun.
You set your knife to stun?
Yeah, I've got it on stun.
Thank you, Michael.
You're welcome.
I feel instantly safer.
RetroBlasting.
Timothy Hort says, Kylie is canon.
Kylie is canon. All right, let's see. We have a card here. Christmas Wishes.
Aw.
Dear RetroBlasting, I wanted this to arrive in time for Christmas, but real life got in the way, and the fact that your whole country's in a crisis right now, I'm so sorry, Tony. So here are some belated gifts from the whole team. Best wishes for 2020 from Analog Toys. Wow.
That's really nice. Classy.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. For the whole team. You know what that means.
I do not.
And I just hit the microphone.
I make no assumptions.
Sorry, everybody. Holy cow. Aaron, there's one for you.
What?
Look at this. Look at that. This is to the RetroBlasting team. This is to me.
Team Toy, Michael Toy.
This is to the RetroBlasting team. This is to me. And this is to Melinda and myself. So Melinda from the Analog Cats. Uh-oh.
Oh, the cats are getting in on this.
All right, so I'm not going
I
to...
love the idea of analog cats.
Yeah.
I don't like the idea of digital cats.
All right, let's see what we have here. We have this little box.
Tim Tams, Matt Film Production says. Did you see that picture I sent you of the gingerbread house, but it was made out of Tim Tams?
Uh-huh.
I immediately thought of you.
I love Tim Tams. If those are Tim Tams, I'm eating them right here on the stream. All right, let's see. Oh my gosh, this says return to the United Kingdom. Makes me wonder how far this box has come.
Thinking the Commonwealth.
What? Holy cow, these are Action Force figures.
What?
These are Action Force UK figures. With accessories, no less.
Wow, those look incredibly
Holy
fragile.
crap, it's Baron Ironblood right here.
As I live and breathe.
As I live and breathe.
It's Baron Ironblood.
None shall pass. None shall pass.
He looks menacing.
This is awesome. There's too many in here.
Someone asked an unfair question. Imperial Mort says, would you have liked The Last Jedi if Kylie had played General Heldo? There's no right answer to this question.
Okay, just to be clear on something, I did not like the movie Street Fighter, even though Kylie was in it. I would have liked the fact that Kylie was in the film, but I don't think I would have been able to deal with the story the way it was. So no, Kylie, I love Kylie to death.
She makes the scenes better.
She makes the scenes better. And I certainly would have liked her more than Poe at that point.
This guy bears more than a passing resemblance to Sterling Archer, I just have to say.
Yeah, this is an SAS dude from...
He looks like trouble.
He means business. And he's wanting to topple. Oh, he's...
Nobody move.
Nobody move. Check out those guys. Whoa, there's a deep scuba dude in here.
Yeah, get on in there and look at that Sterling Archer.
Get on in there.
Get on in there, Tim. Take a look at that Sterling Archer.
Turn your camera on the figures and look at them.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There was a shorter way to say that, Obi, but you did great.
Thank you. They're using a 4K zoom lens to create a YouTube live stream.
I just see him all bundled up in his parka. His parka. Oh,
that's fine. It's just gravity. All right, let's see. What do we have here?
Good morning from Australia. RetroBlasting team from the Indigo Show.
Wow, thank you so much for the super chat. Whether you're aware or not, Indigo Show, you have just donated to help the wildfires in Australia. Whatever Google doesn't take from your super chat that would normally go to us is going directly to help the wildfires in Australia. So thank you so much. All right, what do we have here? Feels kind of like cloth.
Mm-hmm. So are we opening these on the stream? I think that would be
I think that would be appropriate, yeah.
I'm going to wait. I'm always that kid who can't wait to open.
This is a... Oh my god! This is an entire Action Force vehicle! Look at that!
It's an amazing shape.
That is awesome! Holy cow! That is so cool! Look at this!
Hey, wait, that's my job.
All right, let's see. We have another one here. You go open one. You open one.
I'm gonna do this thing here.
Okay.
I'm always bad at unfolding. You'd think it would be second nature, but the shadow track says George Aitken, and seconded by Lost and Wallace.
Wilson says, "Damn it, Michael! You can just keep making that Kenobi impression in videos, and we'd still watch it." I don't know if that's a compliment or not.
I think it was meant to be a compliment. This is turning out to be an amazing shirt. Just want to let you guys know. Every indication that this is an amazing shirt.
I got. Nice.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna get it higher. He's a little low.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
Thank you. I love
Well,
this thing.
I'm not even going to attempt that. Oh, I love Deadpool.
That's wonderful.
Let's see. What do we have here? No.
I love that new shirt smell.
Dude, he sent Migos.
What?
Look. He sent Migos.
Tim's already getting behind the camera. He's ready to zoom in on
Tim's
that
like,
thing.
ooh, Migos.
Yes, I am.
Let's see what it says here. Says, doesn't say anything. It's just what's in
Tell us what's happening in your head, Michael.
what's in the box.
What's in the box?
Wow, they look good.
Oh man. He's
Dude.
got it's Superman. We're all part of the same team.
I like that he has that
Hello.
affect.
Yeah, of course.
Hello. I will not kneel before Zod.
I'm very important.
Yes.
People know me.
I hear
And
the door.
Batman. Oh, wow. This is awesome. Thank you so much, Tony. This is amazing. Uh-oh.
Open my present.
Okay, so Melinda's demanding that I open her gift.
Yes. Let's see what is in.
Melinda has made an appearance behind the camera.
I'm covered in paint, so I can't.
Obi-Wan not recalling having any droid while staring at R2-D2 doesn't matter to them. Well, again, that was a retroactive problem that was created by the prequels. That wasn't the original trilogy's fault. So remember, that story wasn't written originally. So, all right,
That was
Melinda. Uh-oh.
What can-
Uh-oh.
what can
It's a
it
metal
be
shirt.
Now?
Sweet. Yes. Yes. I love it.
What's happening on the back of that?
On camera.
I'm not.
All right, I'm gonna. Oh, you can't. You
It's
got the,
Run to the
hand.
Can't
hills.
touch it.
Melinda's been painting, so I can't
With
actually.
white paint. I
Right.
can't.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. This is awesome.
I love it, and I don't have it. So that's awesome.
All right.
Nailed it.
We have two more over there.
Yep, these are for the RetroBlasting Tim. Tim, do you want to
No, go ahead.
do the honors? Okay.
Okay.
RetroBlasting team.
Yep.
From Analog Toys on
Uh-huh.
this holiday.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, have the guy who's bad at unwrapping things unwrap something. It's fine. Totally fine. Overly
Yes!
complicated.
Yes, it's Tim
unwrapping.
Tams. Tim Tams.
So do you eat them like this?
No, they're little. They're
Oh.
little wafer cookies. They're awesome.
Why don't you show me how to eat a Tim Tam, Michael?
I will.
Challenge accepted.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Wait, is there something special about
There
these
is.
Tim Tams?
Are
Dark-
they,
dark-
Are they heroin, Tim?
Dark chocolate and sticky raspberry flavor. Which. Okay. What's the other one? What's the flavor of the other one?
It's called a Slip Slam.
That sounds more
Sip
like
Slam.
my speed than yours.
Exactly. I think that was by design. All right, here we go.
All right, what do we got going on here?
Yes!
These are the original.
These are the originals.
the OG.
Michael will be eating those.
Michael will be dancing with the ones that brought him. He's t-
I'll have one of those as well.
All right, great. Some of us are going to be, in honor of Australia and our efforts to help Australia out of its crisis, we're going to have some Tim Tams. So, Tim, would
Bunyan
you
Snipe says,
Yeah,
bite
have
off
a
the
Tim
corners
Tam.
and suck the
Have a
coffee
Tam.
through them.
Tim, have a Tim Tam.
I will.
Would you like a Tam Tim?
Oh, ambrosia of the gods.
Ambrosia. The Tim Tam Slam Challenge.
Do you need a moment?
I don't. Tim Tams, koalas, kawakas, Kylie Minogue. It's a great country.
Kangaroos, all the things that start with K's.
I can't get any closer. It's like there's a force field.
It's like I can't get you out of my head.
Oh!
That
What?
was great.
Hey, put yourself in my place. And come up here and help me paint this room.
That is not a Kylie
That's
song.
too much power for that argument. Oh, Lord, he's got a knife.
Oh, good stuff. All right. This is from Keith Holmesley. Keith is a longtime friend of the channel. He actually sent me a pair of Darth Vader arms one time.
And he's a brother in arms because he likes Attack of the Clones.
That means somewhere else.
Yes. Keith Holmesley, I told him one time, I've spoken to him on the phone, met him in person in North Carolina. Great guy. And I told him that you and him, Tim, should talk because he loves Attack of the Clones.
Well, they just made an announcement about the upcoming Clone Wars, not Clone Wars, but the new Disney Plus thing. Help me. Is it Clone Wars? Clone Wars. No, they're bringing back the Clone Wars Season 7. They made the announcement. I'm just flapping my arm around because that's what I do.
And every time Keith sends a package, it is always just immaculately prepared. Like, it is... I don't even know how to get into this, honestly.
Drea Play said, Tim Tams, your taste buds can't deflect flavoring of that magnitude.
They can't. They can't. It's a trap!
Meanwhile, on Taste Buds, will they be able to deflect the flavor?
On the next, Blake 7.
Well, you can't open that with a knife because it's made out of bricks.
That's right. All right, here we go. So,
right, what's going on?
Opening up this box here. Whoa, check it.
Check it out.
We have a note. Hello, RetroBlasting team. I wanted to start off by saying thank you for all you do and keep up the great work. Michael, like I mentioned to you before, I've had this idea for a while, and all the pieces came together recently, and I was able to complete this. Okay, I can't read this, not because it's obscene or anything, but it'll give away. It's going to give away the surprise.
I missed an opportunity to go.
So, what is... Look. Holy crap. Look.
That's incredible.
Holy cow. You got to get a close-up of this.
How did you even do this?
Look at this. It's an action figure of me.
He foreshadowed this on the screen.
Look at this. Look at this.
I saw that. I saw you foreshadow.
He's even got the X-Wing helmet in the package.
This is too cool for
That is
school.
hilarious. Look at
I see everybody out here. Nice.
Oh, that's hilarious. And
only a guy that likes Attack of the Clones could do that.
it comes with Skeletor's sword. It comes with Indy's bullwhip, the Graflex lightsaber, Indy's satchel, Han Solo's gun, and Indy's gun, and the X-Wing helmet.
Yeah, these are all things that you have.
It's everything I've ever wanted, and already kind of have.
The sword, I don't think I've seen you with.
I'm putting this in the display case after we're done. That is hilarious.
It's very, very well
very
done.
well done. Look at that. Okay, we've also got... Oh, Tim, you're going to love this. He sent us Mega Constructs Man-at-Arms to go with the set that we're putting together. I guess I'm going to have to get that Castle Grayskull now.
I guess.
There's a Castle Grayskull that goes with it?
Yes. It's like $150, and you build it from all the little bricks.
I might have to.
Oh, wow. He sent
That
us...
sounds like something you'd want after the special to have. Yeah.
I wish we had those in the 80s when we were kids. They're perfect.
This is awesome. He also sent us a what appears to be... It's the Hasbro Indiana Jones figure from a few years ago.
It's actually, you can see the Harrison Ford going on there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I belong in a museum.
Do we really need the monkey, huh? You want to talk to God? Let's go see him together.
I feel like one day someone's going to stab me.
I've got nothing better to do. All right. We have 3 more boxes, and...
Someone asked, did that come with a mini Broken Vader as an accessory? Broken Vader is not an accessory.
All right.
He's very offended.
We have a box here from Damon.
Like your label.
Okay. No, you're good so far.
It's a party.
Wow.
It's a party.
Blu-rays of Flight of the Navigator and The Eagle Has Landed.
Okay, I haven't seen Flight of the Navigator in years. Does it hold up? Should I go back and watch this movie?
I mean, we're sitting here talking about British war films, and he sends me one I haven't yet seen. The
I
Eagle
feel like
Has Landed.
there's been a lot of foreshadowing happening in this chat room today.
I cannot wait to watch this. I'm going to watch this weekend. Wow, thank you so much.
Me and Michael have discussed Flight of the Navigator.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, but that's not been an on-camera discussion, I'm sure.
Flight of the Navigator.
You guys start hitting each other. I have to leave. It gets. Don't even get me started on Timothy Dalton.
See, people think Michael's single-minded. Me and him have very different opinions, and we're still friends.
We absolutely do, and yet we're still friends. Tim actually told me one time, without irony, that The Empire Strikes Back was his least favorite Star Wars movie of the 6 that existed at the time.
Yes.
And I was like,
Great. Now we have to put Tim in witness protection.
and then he said his favorite was Attack of the Clones, and I went, so, but we're best friends.
Well, technically, the Clone Wars animated series is my...
Yes, Clone Wars animated series. Let's put out a caveat there. It's like saying I don't like Batman and Robin, but I really like the Batman animated series. It's pretty good. All right, let's see. Oh, knocking things over.
They're just going out like lights.
This is from Eric.
Oh my gosh. I'm
You
gonna
can just
save
lay
that
him
one.
down, yeah.
No, I just didn't want the little ship to fall off the front there.
Let's see. Uh-oh. Tim, this is for you. It says for Tim.
For Tim the cameraman.
Merry Christmas, Jody. Jody just sent you something.
Come on, man.
Do you want me to open it for you?
Go ahead.
Okay, all right.
He's also the cameraman. Like
Right.
that's the problem with this scenario. It's like, come up in your gift on camera, cameraman.
What is this?
It looks interesting.
It's Amigo,
Nice.
and it's Scotty.
What?
Uh-huh.
Dude.
What?
And he's complete.
Holy crap.
And he's vintage.
We got spinning, Tim. Are we good over here?
Huh?
We got spinning. Are we good over
Let me
here?
double check.
Scotty might have been too much. Oh, we're moving.
No, we're good. We're good.
It's probably just my
Look at this.
rinky-dink.
It's an
Tablet.
original Scotty Migo.
That is
Okay, I may like Jody now more than Michael.
with good reason.
Yeah, and he's got his communicator and his phaser and the belt and the boots, and he's even got his symbol on the shirt.
He's like brand new.
That's for Tim from Jody.
Tim the cameraman.
I'm going to sit on these Tim Times right there.
Tell Jody thank you for me, please.
Jody, thank you from Tim the cameraman, whom you may have been able to hear, but not well.
And have a glass of scotch. All right. Finally.
Not that synthahol stuff.
Aaron, you need to explain the reason I love Scotty is because the nature of our work, we use Scotty's repair estimates.
Oh, all the time. He's like, we worship Scotty because so many times doing what we do, we have to give deadlines and we have to give answers for when things are going to be accomplished. We have to build in enough time for us to figure it out. And Scotty's methodology for adding time to his estimate has been a lifesaver for us and anyone else who works in this type of world. So,
And just to answer a question, yes, he does have all his fingers. No fingers are broken on this Scotty.
is that an ongoing issue with Migo Scotty?
I guess so.
Migo figures
Yeah, I
in
guess
general?
so. All right, let's see.
Okay.
We have a very heavy box here. No clue what's in it. Oh my. I think this is not for me. I mean, it could be, but it also feels like this got you written all over it.
Why would that happen?
Well, look.
Okay. What have we got here? Oh my gosh, it's all Ian Fleming. This is as much you as it is me, Michael. We're both big
I don't know
fans.
about that. You're the guy that's been reading. So these are original Ian Fleming paperbacks for You Only Live Twice.
Yes.
And
You
On Her
Only Live
Majesty's Secret
Twice and
Service.
On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
And then
With that wonderful classic book smell.
Dude, these are all holy cow. You're just going to have to go through these and show them to everybody.
Yes, regardless, I'm going to be reading these all.
Yeah.
James Bond and Scorpius.
What?
Brand new 007 Adventure, the nationwide bestseller by John Gardner. So this is by the John Gardner, not Ian Fleming. The Man from Barbarossa. So clearly there's a lot of stories. I've been going back and listening to Ian's or rereading Ian's, like, for example, Goldfinger. Classic. Now a great motion picture. I love the way old previews were like, James Bond was a man who had almost everything. And it's like, until he met the man who loved gold. Death is forever. That's a classic James Bond name. It would be fun to go through because I haven't read any of these that were not from Ian Fleming.
Yeah, James Bond in The Facts of Death. James, you take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have The Facts of Death.
But I would,
Facts of Death.
I'd be very interested in reading through these and seeing how much of things we didn't recognize in the movies
Right.
came from some of these expanded sort of books.
James Bond in Roll of Honor by John Gardner. James Bond in For Special Services.
Jody's saying someone tell it's Aaron's Christmas gift, please.
Oh,
This is Aaron. I knew it.
Jody,
I
thank
knew
you.
it. It had you written all over it.
This
Ian
is
Fleming's
amazing.
For Your Eyes Only.
This is absolutely
Holy no!
amazing.
You gotta look at these. Holy
Okay,
cow!
all right, I'm gonna keep doing this.
No, those are like no more Kindle for you, sir.
We're having a little bit of streaming quality issue. It's getting a little fuzzy. Just apologize. It's not.
Oh, apparently we're having a streaming issue. We apologize. It must be some sort of bandwidth issue. Just please stick with us.
Ian Fleming and Dr. No. This is awesome.
Oh my God! It's the whole collection.
The Man with the Golden Gun. With the now a major motion picture cover. I think we can appreciate this.
Oh
one.
man, License to Kill.
With Timothy Dalton.
Nice.
Sorry, Tim.
And a great song.
Yes.
Dude, Jody, this is amazing.
Icebreaker. I can't wait to get into some of these John Gardner books because I have not gone into those yet. James Bond in Cold Fall.
Cold Fall.
How does Jody know us so well?
Because Jody is a very engaged RetroBlasting supporter and patron, and he asks me things, and then I tell him.
I mean,
I know.
He nailed Aaron.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
wow.
He pegged him. Yeah.
James Bond in Broken Claw. Yeah, I gotta dig into these. I gotta find out more about
He's already organizing them by author. All right,
yeah.
you have one more huge bag of books.
Were you just waiting to spring this upon me?
Yes.
Oh my, I can't go through this. This is too much.
Yeah.
This is too much at one time. Diamonds Are Forever. We've got Live and Let Die.
Bam, bam, bam.
Oh, a new author in the mix, Raymond Benson.
Double Shot. James Bond in Double Shot.
Oh my gosh, bro, I'm gonna be going through these books. There's Moonraker, which is interestingly one of my favorite stories that they did. Very different from the movie, by the way. I do highly recommend if you want to go back and read through that.
0-10.
Casino Royale, also an excellent story. Early days here for James. Early days. Murder on the Orient Express. An amazing. I'm just.
No, it's actually From Russia with Love.
Oh, From Russia with Love. Murder
just
on
doesn't
the
have a
Orient
cover on
Express.
it, which makes it even better.
Again, a very, very good story.
Thunderball.
An interesting entry.
Yeah, not a huge fan of that movie.
No.
But the story was good.
Hello, Lago. I'm
Yes.
going to take you down.
The Spy Who Loved Me. Just look at this cover art.
Yeah.
That
He's
was one of my
striking a
favorite ones.
cigarette. Ladies driving off on a moped. Ciao. Never Before in Paperback, Octopussy by Ian Fleming. Guys, they're all of them.
They're all
everything. Tomorrow Never Dies with Pierce.
This was Kindle for the 90s. It's called Books. You want me to hold this?
You guys go ahead.
It's paper.
You ever heard of paper?
Look at paper.
The world is not enough. Oh, this looks ominous. Nobody lives forever.
Nobody lives forever.
Okay, look. Everything is here. Everything.
License renewed.
These are hardcovers.
License renewed, and what's this one? Seafire.
Win, Lose, or Die. Jody. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, this
is amazing.
Amazing.
Michael, do you have a few boxes? Because I do.
Yes, I have a box.
I want to make sure that these are transported home safely.
Yeah. But they're readers, which is great. Like they're clearly like they've been read before, so you can just really enjoy them. This is awesome. I'm speechless, quite frankly. And thank you, everybody. I know that we've run a little long, but thank you so much, everybody, for the super chats for Australia for the relief effort. Excuse me. That's the second time I've done that on this live stream. It was the Tim Tam. I'm going to let everybody know as soon as Google releases the analytics in a day or two what we were able to raise for the Australian relief effort. Like I said, whatever Google doesn't take that would normally go to RetroBlasting is 100% going to Australian relief. The links in the description below will help you donate directly to those services. I got those links from Tony. If you don't want to do that and you don't want to do super chat, but you want to donate, you can donate directly to the RetroBlasting PayPal and put in the word Australia in the send for the money, and that will go toward the total. And we're going to make sure that that money is sent to Australia. I'm going to confer with Tony on which agency needs to get that money based on his consultation.
He's on the ground there.
Yeah, he's on the ground. He's in Australia. If you haven't checked out his channel, Analog Toys, please do that. They could really use your help right now, not just Tony, but the entire nation of Australia. But thank you, everybody, for being on the chat. Thank you for everybody who donated. Thank you for everybody for just being here. Thank you for all these wonderful donations that we never ask for and don't expect. Holy cow, this is incredible.
I feel like a Hobbit's like second Christmas.
Yeah, it really is. What about second Christmas? What about 11th? All right. Well, we will see you guys on the next live stream 2 Saturdays from now. If you are a top tier member of Patreon, there will be a Discord chat next Saturday. So this coming Saturday, for anybody who's a top tier patron, there will be a Discord live chat. That's me and anybody who wants to join the Discord chat. Those details are on Patreon. But until then, we're making more videos. We're making more podcasts. Where can they find you, Aaron?
You can find us at retroblasting.com/Dreamland or on iTunes or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. We're on Spotify now. Just look up Dreamland and you'll find the Dreamland Retroblasting podcast and get started listening. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you have any ideas for things you want to hear.
Yeah. So, we have one final super chat from Necron99.
Naive Interdimensional Commando Koala's 80s comic.
I'm going to check that out. That sounds awesome. I'm definitely going to check that out. And thank you for the donation to help Australia. All right, guys. Well, we're going to sign out here and let you guys get back to your weekend. But thanks again for being here, and we'll see you on the next live stream.
By Raymond Benson.